I'm out here by the lake and I see one person in his boat out just beyond the trees, and I'm in a spot here where I thought there should be some carp coming up to the shore in their beds or whatever they do, maybe bluegills as well, but I did hear them off in the direction there a little bit. But anyway, some of you might know this location. The water has come up considerable amount since the last rain, and this is a fun spot, fun lake for bluegills, but they're generally pretty small, and it's also a fun lake for bass, but they too are small relatively compared to the ones that people like to catch, 18, 20 inchers. But most often they're like 13. But it also is a lake where there are a few northerns and a few perch and maybe a few. This road used to go between the two lakes, Fish Lake and Mud Lake, but over time it has, the lake has risen, I don't know how many feet, quite a number, but just looking off into this lower part of the lake, I see many carp out here spawning, and it certainly would be easy spot to catch them. Unbelievable number. I don't know how this comes through on my video, but I think if I was a carp fisherman, this would be the spot to go. But I'm sure after you catch 100, you'd get tired of it. Unbelievable number right here, and it's pretty shallow. But the lake is beautiful today, and I don't know if I can pick up the sound of the fish jumping or not, but I do pick up the sound of a guy with his bobcat doing some work next to the lake. Yeah, this is a lake that a number of years ago, I think they tried to eliminate these fish from here. But I think you could, with a seine or a trap, you get hundreds of them. You can hear the birds, but can you also hear the fish? Yeah, I noticed the lake is higher than it has been the last couple of years, but it is not as high as it was several years ago when we had, and I don't even know if I dare guess as to how many inches of rain in a couple days. But I know that at one time there was water on this side of the lake, or on this side of the road as well. But with the rain we've had the last couple of days, or the last week, there has been a little bit of erosion. I guess I'd call it gully erosion, not sheet erosion. But that's even though minimum tillage, or maybe in some cases no tillage, but even with that, it does erode quite a bit with the extensive amount of rain that we've had. As I was starting to drive out, I look off to the left, and I don't know if you can quite see it, but there's an eagle right in one of those, right in that tree. I don't know if it's looking for lunch or if it's looking for breakfast, but it certainly would have, there he goes. Wow. And he didn't even go down for supper. He was probably resting, and